Hey everyone, this is Cam. I've been talking about doing this video for a while and I'm finally getting around to doing it. So basically, a lot of people use DHT cream or gel or different sorts of things like that, and one of the ones that of course a lot of people know about is Andractim, which I did purchase. It's actually been a while since I purchased it now, from All Saints Clinic. I got it really fast, but I wanted to wait until after I had met with the doctor to use it, so I started using it last week. But basically, when you get it, you're going to receive a package like this, more or less. Just an envelope. I think the first time you have to order two, and of course if you order it for, as a female orderer, you don't have to get the like prostate exam kit or whatever that thing is. Obviously this envelope is not the most sturdy thing, so when you get your boxes inside, there's a good chance that they're going to be something like this, all busted up and like falling apart. I've heard of instances of people's actual tubes being busted as well. But mine were intact. They were fine. That's the wrong one. So, yeah, you get your, your information sheet about the Andractim. So it's androstenedione, 2.5 grams. It says 2.5 G%. But basically, a dose is 5 grams. And 5 grams contains 125 milligrams of DHT. For obviously that's what people generally use, people who are applying it the normal way, so to speak. But generally the way that FTMs use it, you're not going to be using anywhere near this much, because 5 grams is kind of a lot. You get your receipt and all that good stuff. And I think a letter? I don't know, something. And, so yeah. Simple tube, and there's another information sheet inside. And this is the thing that you use to measure the dose. So actually, I guess I'll get a little bit closer to explain this stuff better. Not that it's anything complicated, just because. So here's a closer look at the what the Andractim box looks like. You know, nothing special, just a box. Mine, which happens to be all busted up. In the side, you have the tube, the application thingy, and an information paper, which I can't get out, but yeah. So yeah. So here's the tube. You know, there's 80 grams in here, 2.5% gel, and this is the applicator that you get. Basically, what they have you do, as you can see, it says like 1.25 grams here, 1.25 grams here, and what you're supposed to do is, when you're doing a normal dosage, you fill it from this end to the other end, and that's supposed to be 5 grams, and then you apply that to the, I think, the chest or whatever. But obviously you do not need to apply that much to your genitals if that's what you're doing. So basically all I do is, when you get it, like, this part will be sealed and you pierce it with the top like this. And so what I do is just apply it to the end, usually on this side actually. Just about, actually that's probably a little bit more than I would usually use, but that's a pretty good amount for me. And I just apply that. And you know, you can, it will, like, since it is alcohol based, it will pretty much absorb itself. And the alcohol will evaporate and all that good stuff. So you don't really have to like rub it in too much, but you know, you can, of course. It will help it absorb faster. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the Andractim. After applying it, I was pumping, and I'll do a video about the pump that I'm using later, or separately. Basically, the Andractim does, the first time I used it, it burned really bad. It burned really, really bad. After that, I've had times where it kind of burned a little bit, and times when it didn't burn at all. So, I don't know if it's something about, like, I guess your skin or tissue just needing to get used to it or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, obviously it is alcohol based, so you should expect to experience some discomfort applying it, particularly the first time. But I've been fine after that. And this tube, of course, since you're not using it for the full dose, these tubes will last a really long time. A really, really long time. So I apply twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the evening or at night, after I shower. And, yeah, I pump after I apply, if I pump. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I am trying to monitor whether I feel anything kind of after applying it, like during any particular period of time after applying it, but I haven't really, you know, I'm not really sure about that yet. If I do notice anything, I will be sure to mention it. But yeah, Andractim is... so yeah, the cost for 2 tubes of Andractim was £100, and the shipping charge was £10, and that was for shipping from there, which it ships from Cyprus, to Japan. And it seriously, it took like no time to get here. I was really surprised at how quickly it arrived. So yeah, I mean, of course the cost seems a little like steep, but it really is not that bad for how long that it will last. I had no problems with it getting through customs. On my envelope it says personal health program direct from physician. It's got the weight, and it says it has commercial sample / other checked. And under value, I can't really tell what it says. And then it's got a really crazy signature. So I had no, I didn't get held up at customs or anything. It didn't get checked. So I don't know, you know, it's kind of always a hit or miss sort of thing with that, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I had no problems with getting it in Japan. I'm not really sure what the laws are about different places and what kinds of things tend to get stopped and all of that, but it was all good for me. So yeah, that I think is all that I really have to say about Andractim right now. I will be recording my pump video shortly, and I should have it uploaded. I should have them both uploaded at the same time. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any specific questions about using Andractim, yeah, feel free to ask me. If you have experience using any other sort of cream, I'd be interested in knowing how that works for you and how you went about acquiring it. I'm sure with like a prescription, but like I said, the doctor that I've seen here doesn't really seem to know anything about it, so I'm not sure how I would even go about that. But I wouldn't need it for a long time anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching, and take care.